of you. So today's topic is listen to your inner teacher. जिनको हिंदी में सुनना है वो अपनी स्क्रीन पर इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट करके वहाँ पर आप अपनी लैंग्वेज हिंदी सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. So it's a beautiful topic because many times I think you all would have experienced that there are always inner calling, right? It tells you something. Sometimes we do pay attention, we follow it, sometimes we don't, right? So if we look at, right, so if I really want to hear my inner voice, an inner voice is the one who really guide you, right? Especially when you are confused, when you are in doubt, and you don't know what to do at that time. Many times there is an inner calling, but many times what can happen is, like, say for example, if you are in a hall and then there is so much things going on, right? People are chatting. Then if someone is even speaking to you, you may not be able to hear. I think something similar happens, that sometimes I know the inner teacher tells you or guides you what to do, but certain times we are not in that position to even hear what I need to do, because I am overwhelmed with the things which I'm put forward to. Sometimes I am out of control, so then also I will not be able to hear, right? So when I can hear my inner voice, right, and there could be many inner voices, isn't it? Many times you will have, oh, do this. Sometimes you will have, oh, do this, right? So there are maybe multiple things, multiple voices you hear. So how to find that which one is my inner voice, right? That is also I think I need clarity for in that too, right? Isn't it? So, like, definitely whatever is negative, right, that I should not identify as an inner voice, right? Say for example, many times when we look at the events, or when we recall the events of the past, and it is of guilt, right, of some mistake, I think definitely that voice we don't want to hear, right? Or we hear it but we don't put weightage on it, right? But the inner voice which I am talking about is which can really guide you to overcome, which can really guide you to be more peaceful, more calm, more loving, more having sympathy, right? So that kind of voice I need to hear, right? Not the other things. So I was looking into it, reflecting onto it, and I think the first and the foremost quality which I need is humility. Because if I don't have a humility, then what I have? Ego, arrogance, right? And what arrogance will do? Many times we say that, right? What we say? I know everything. I know what needs to be done, right? So when I have that kind of an perception, that kind of an attitude, what will happen? There is no learning. You stop. Your progress will stop because you think that you know everything. So then, even though there are opportunities to learn, even though there are opportunities to see through, you will not be able to do it because ego will become a roadblock and you will not see through. So, definitely, what I need is humility, right? So, be more humble, even though whatever you have achieved, but there is more you can achieve, right? More you can gain, more you can experience, and life is unlimited in a way, right? So, if I see in that way, then I will never stop learning, right? Otherwise, ego will stop you right there. Even though you will do everything, but then you will feel within that my progress has stopped. Okay. So become a child. In front of a life is so large, become a child. And whatever life gives you, whatever you go through it, learn from it. Because it is teaching you some beautiful lessons of life. And sometimes those lessons are very, very hard, very difficult to even accept. But once you, so what is my inner voice? Is inner voice when I have, and if I'm able to listen to it, even though there is pain, there is suffering, right? Even though the things which are going, which are completely opposite to what I wanted, but still, if you hear that inner voice, right, your conscience, it will allow you to stay, to understand the situation. It will allow you to see what I can do in this situation. So it will still allow you to guide you to move forward. Because sometimes situations are so difficult and so strong, we think that there is nothing after this, right? But life has to continue, right? No matter what. So if I am connected to my inner voice, inner teacher, then it will still guide you how to maneuver, how to move in a right direction, right? So, first quality is humility. The second quality which I need is enthusiasm. Without enthusiasm, you cannot overcome any situation, anything, right? You cannot move forward, period, right? Right. And enthusiasm will come when there is hope, right? Hope and enthusiasm will both will go together. So I need to have an enthusiasm. An enthusiasm will come from where? Hmm? Within, but where? From where, right? So enthusiasm will come when I have a purpose in life. Then there will be an enthusiasm. And when I maintain that enthusiasm, then again the inner voice will guide me in the right direction to move forward. Right? The third quality which I require is far-sightedness, to look beyond whatever is happening, to foresee what is coming, right? Because that is also, because unless and until I am not far-sighted, I will not have enthusiasm to do something, right? Enthusiasm is there, but I don't know where to use that energy, that bubbling energy. How will I use that energy? And so I need to have a far-sightedness will allow me to have a clear vision, right? So the third quality is far-sightedness. And the fourth, I have put fourth, but I think it is one of the most important quality, and that is what it could be. Any other quality which we would require to hear your inner voice? Hmm? What do you think? What quality is required? Hmm? Is silence. Because when there is silence, then I am able to know my subtle feelings. Right? Without silence, I cannot hear that. If I'm extrovert, I'm not going to hear that. Right? And so silence is also very important. So all these four qualities are very much needed in order to hear my inner voice, hear my inner teacher, right? So what I need to do is, when I have these qualities, then what I will do is that I will know what I really need to do at what time. Because in life, there are situations, things which come spontaneously, right? Does it give you time? That, okay, I will come after 1 month, I will come after 2 years. No, it doesn't give you time, it just comes. And at that, so that is why I have to, if I practice these qualities, then you will be able to in tune with yourself, right? Even like if you see like all these concerts which are there, what they do, even though they are very great musicians, right? What they do, before that they try to make sure that all their instruments are in tune, right? So similarly, I have to in tune with myself. If I in tune with myself, then I will know what I need to do, how I need to do, right? How I have to behave, what I need to say. All of these things will come from within what I really. So it will make yourself very stable, very calm, right? So inner teacher many times teaches you or tells you, right? Many times you will find that when you are really looking for an answer, and if you genuinely are looking for an answer, many times you hear your own voice, right? That what you should do. But sometimes those that inner teacher tells you something which is very very like it's truth completely. It's a bare truth, and sometimes we are not able to accept it, right? So even though it could, you may feel that it is very harsh, right? It is like very, like it doesn't have any feelings into it, but maybe that it is showing you something which is right, right? And for that, what I need is to accept it, right? If I accept that yeah, even though it is a bitter truth, but I have to accept it so that I will learn from it and I can progress. If I ignore it, what will happen? Right? And if we think that, oh, it is not a cup of my tea, then you will not work on it. Then what will happen? I will use my time, energy, everything in it. So it is very important that I hear this inner teacher, what he is guiding me. Because you will hear many voices. Outside also you will hear voices, right? People will all the time you will find people guiding you. Oh, do this is good for you. Do this is good for you. But is it really good for me? Is it what really I want? Which will only happen when I am able to hear my inner teacher, right? Because who is going through is me, right? So if I am in this journey and if I'm learning many things in it, then I will be the best person to make that decision, whether that is good for me or not, right? So you will find that if you start hearing this inner calling, what will happen? You don't have to rely on others. You will not be dependent on others because you know, and you may have to practice it for some time. And once you have two, three, four experiences, then you will think, no, I need to go in silence. I need to see what I am looking for. And this inner voice, you will find how you can identify that this is what is good for me, or this is what is right for me. Because these signals which you will get are very, very subtle, right? And it is really helping you. It is telling you so that there is good in it. So understand. So having far-sightedness, see this, whatever is coming to you, and then work on it, right? If you do it two, three, four times, then you will know that I am hearing the right voice, and which is really guiding me, right? So then I am not lost into anything. Mhm. Right. So practice silence, right? Practice more silence with yourself, and you will see whatever is needed, whatever is utmost important, you will know. And then that start doing that, right? Then slowly and gradually you will find that. So that is why you will, the more you have a conversation with yourself, and when my mind is quiet, then you will have those thoughts, those feelings, that inner voice will come to you, what you need to do, and then just follow that, and you will see amazing results, right? Because somewhere when I'm lost, so many times I know from when I talk with many people, do courses. Many times I ask people whatever question they have, I ask them that what do you think, and whatever they are thinking is actually absolutely right. But sometimes we don't have an confidence in ourselves. Sometimes we think that how is it possible to do that. So sometimes we don't know that, and that is why we don't implement that. We wait for someone's confirmation, right? Someone's approval to do it, right? So instead of that, if you start tapping into my own resources, then it will become very easy, because every time you may not find the right person, right? So it is good to know so that I can navigate my life in a better way. Sometimes what happens when I look within, sometimes some memories of the past will come, and those memories, especially which are which I was where I was hurt, where I felt low, right? And those wounds, somehow we have covered it or buried it, and sometimes those wounds come up, right? And then you remember that and you go into it, right? So sometimes there is a pain which I am carrying with, right? So how will I deal with it, right? So if I have a practice of silence, then what will happen? It will also tell you what needs to be done, whether to let go that, or to forgive some individual who has done something to me. So that inner calling will come, how to heal my own wounds. And sometimes those things are very, very difficult. Again, as I'm saying, that it will tell you something that, okay, whatever that person has done, please forgive, so that you can overcome that. But what we come back with, our conscious mind says, no, this person has done so many bad things to me. How can I forgive? Then what happens? Again, we continue, we carry that those wounds in life, and then that is why we feel low and depressed and upset and whatnot, right? Frustrated with whatever it is. But I have to let go, right? So that that pain, whatever I'm carrying, I can release it, right? So this inner teacher allows me to overcome that pain. How? Because when you have little bit of stability, you understand that yeah, something has happened, you have accepted it, then even though there is a pain, you are still stable. Your feelings are stable. And when your feelings are stable, what happens? Actually, this is where you are able to tolerate that. And power to it's a power, right? Many times people think that if I am tolerating means I am at the receiving end, I become weak. It is a wrong way of understanding it. Okay. If I tolerate means I am ready to face it. No matter what happens, it's okay. Whatever has happened, I accept it and I want to find a new way of dealing with it, right? How I can overcome that, right? So I see it from a different perspective. So then what happens? Then when I have that power, then I can very easily overcome, right? So that power is required, but then it will allow you to overcome that and easy as if it is nothing has happened in my life. Earlier it was like I was not able to let go that because I think that I will feel weak. When I think of those things, I feel emotionally down. But if you use power to tolerate, then what will happen? It will be a different situation then. Then you think it's okay. It has happened. It has happened so many years back. It's okay. I can still deal with it, overcome that, and heal myself. So power, it's a power to tolerate it, right? It takes some time, but then it brings an amazing wisdom to see it from a different way. So that is what power to tolerate is, right? If you know, like say, may I many times give this example that say, for example, like if someone is keeping the place tidy, right? And someone else, right? Either of the two, right? The other spouse makes the things dirty, right? Say, for example, right? Now, every time there is a conflict, right? That, okay, keep everything tidy, keep everything tidy. And there could be a conflict with that, right? There could be argument and all of that and having mood upset and all of that. What I need to tolerate in this? How will I see this and use this power to tolerate? Once you know that this person is not able to do it, even though after telling so many times, what do you do? If you are cleaning everything, might as well clean this. It will take 5 minutes more, but you will have peace of mind, isn't it? Once you set it up, after that you will not be disturbed. You will see that. If you set up your mind that, yeah, this is how this person is, accept that person's personality, after that you will never have conflict in your mind. Once there is a conflict, agitation in your mind, then only it will come into conversation. Then it will come, a physical argument will come afterwards. But if you have made up your mind that okay, this is going to happen, this will happen all the time, what I need to do? If I'm doing 99% of the thing, let me do 2 more percent. Doesn't matter. But I will have peace of mind. So this is how. So power to tolerate is understanding the difference. That's all. You understand that I am different, that person is different. It's over. You are able to tolerate anything. So there are many these kind of wisdom you will get. And these are new different ways of dealing with things. And when you are able to do that, you will think, oh, it is very easy because that awakening was required. That inner calling, I had to hear that inner calling. And if I hear that, then it is very simple. Then you are not going to fight. Whenever you see that event, you are not going to fight in your mind, right? Because many times these wasteful thoughts come, right? Why this is like this? Why it is me? And there are no answers to it. And in that, what I'm doing is I am decreasing my energy. I'm losing my hope. I'm losing my enthusiasm. So I'm depleting, okay, instead of becoming more powerful, right? So this inner calling, the inner teacher will guide you what I should think, what I should not think, what is good for me, what is not good for me. And just if you follow that, then it will become, life will become very easy, right? Yes. We are supposed to do meditation. It's already, I just saw it that it's already half an hour. So yeah, okay.
Sometimes, I make a decision whether to go for it or not go for it. Then there is, uh, whenever I'm making a decision, there is always a fear of missing out. What if I don't do it? I will lose this or I will miss it. So that kind of continuous back and forth weakens my energy, as you are saying.
Right.
So how to get out of it?
Yeah, so the question is that sometimes whatever task you do, many times you come up into this dilemma whether I should do this or do that, right? So somewhere you have to start listening to your inner voice, right? What I should be doing, right? Not looking into different things, what people will say and all of that, but at least really what I should do, what is good for me. And with that inner calling, what do? You make a decision, whether this or that, right? And then you go through that experience, right? And then see whether that was right or wrong, right? Don't think that, oh, if I don't do this, I will lose this, because there are always pros and cons, right? About anything. But first, see what, and so be again, I think another quality which you can use is be innocent, be honest in a way in your feelings, and then do it. Then you will know your answer, right? What is good for me, and then go with that. And if, say, for example, so it goes wrong, then what? Then what? Then you learn from it. You will never make that mistake again, right? So it is always good in a way, right? But it gave you a different experience. So so this is what I need to learn. If I keep on learning, then there is always a progress. Simple, right? If you are learning, if your intention is to learn, you can learn from everything. Learn from your inner teacher what it is telling, and learn from the experiences of life too. And when you learn, you are moving forward. So there is no loss, right? If there are no failures in your life, you cannot be successful. Simple, right? So when I have these kind of elevated thinking, these kind of perspective towards life, then I can be very, very quiet in my mind. Right? What is silence is I don't have too many wasteful thoughts. Then only I can practice silence. Right? So think, but don't think too much. Many times people think too much. Think whatever is required, but then what you do, implement it. So this is where silence power comes, right? Because you are conserving energy. Thought is an energy. When you speak, speaking is also takes a lot of energy, right? So both take so much of energy. So that is why if you really want to experience silence, what you do? Speak less, right? I won't say that, oh, don't speak at all. Like many times people do that, right? That, oh, I am in silence, I'm not going to speak. Don't do that, right? Otherwise, someone will come, oh, I want to do this, you are not able to speak, then you will show signs, they will not understand, they will ask again, it would be again. So, what you are doing, you are still thinking in a way, right? So be sensible enough, right? So, if you can say, for example, so how I can experience silence is Where I need to speak 2 words, don't use 10 words. That is what is silence, right? Same thing with thoughts. If I can use one thought, why I want to use so many thoughts, right? And I use so many thoughts. Oh, I should go for experiential meditation or not. Oh, I have many other things to do. So then you keep on thinking about it. Have a thought, do it, done, right? So then the more clarity you have with your thinking, your vision, then you will have use less thoughts, less energy, right? So that will bring silence. So let's practice meditation. Om Shanti. Sit comfortably. Sit in a position in which you can be very relaxed, but make sure your back is erect. Relax yourself by inhaling and take a deep breath. And with this deep breath, I relax myself for few minutes. Let go of all the worldly thoughts and just have attention towards yourself. I have a great inner world, and my inner world is of thoughts, feelings, perception, attitude. By bringing the silence of the mind, settle down all the feelings, emotions, thoughts. Settle down your thoughts by creating peaceful vibrations. I am an energy of peace, love, and harmony. I am soul, the energy, a very subtle energy, but yet very, very powerful. I see my life with hope and with purpose. The purpose of my life is to express and experience peace, happiness, and harmony. And in order to maintain this peace, happiness, and harmony, I have to be in tune with my true self, my original self. when I tap into my inner resources, I feel focused and grounded. Connecting to my true self of peace. I am now more stable in my feelings and stability in my belief. I'm now more hopeful and have enthusiasm to live my dream, to bring the vision into reality. Create a beautiful vision of yourself, a positive, elevated vision for yourself. Define the purpose of your life. This life is very valuable, and I want to use each and every moment of this life to bring benefit to myself and others. My inner teacher conscience is there with me to fulfill my vision. My conscience is my friend, my well-wisher. And so I have to have an art to have this connection, relation with my inner calling. subtle energies are working with me. I can hear the inner calling very clearly. And I know and I believe that this inner calling will shape my life the best possible way. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Anyone has any questions? Yes.
I'm sure you practiced a lot to get to a point where you're not going all over the place. How do you get to that? I went from work,
Hmm?
from my mind,
Right.
food, everything, and took a power
You
nap while trying to talk to you, like, and dozed off. I don't know. Sorry. Like, how
no,
do
no.
you,
That's see. At least you are see the first thing in when you sit, right? At least you were aware, right? Whatever happened, right? Many times people even don't realize that this is what happened. So at least it is good. So this will make you aware that oh, I should not think about all those things, right? Because whatever things comes into your mind when you want to quieten your mind, generally you will find that whatever are unfinished things are the only things which will come in your mind. Whatever is finished, whatever is taken care of, those mind will never bring it up. At that time, what you do is once you recognize it, tell your mind, talk to your mind that, okay, right now I want to sit in silence. I want to really experience silence. So I will take care of this later on. And then it will jump to something else. Then again tell that, okay, this also I will take it after 5 minutes. Only after 5 minutes I will do it. So that once you try to um, like navigate the mind, and slowly and gradually it will keep silence. Then it will not wander around. But it is like mind is like a child, right? So you have to pay attention to it. Right, you have to pay attention to the child, otherwise child will run around, right? Even though child doesn't know how to walk, right? So it is that. So treat your mind as a child and work with it, and slowly and gradually it will become so good that it will not wander around, right? But it requires consistency and practice, right?
Suppose we take some decision with the inner voice. One time we got inner voice and we make a decision, and then someone tells, "Oh no, that is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that?" And you turn into the guilt, and then you get more and more down.
Yes.
You get more
True.
pessimistic.
Mm-hmm. So
So
what do we
so
learn? Yeah. So what do we learn from it, right? So you shared the experience. So from this experience, what I need to do, right? What I need to do, I have to step up with for my own decision, right? Which we don't do, and it is difficult. I'm not saying that I am also there. I am not saying that many times it is very difficult for me to say no to people, because you think that oh, if I say no they will be hurt and all of that. But if I don't say no at that time, what will happen? then you are creating a wrong habit, right? And then that habit will continue, because every time you will feel pressured, oh, I should not say no, I should not say no. So you said yes, yes, and then you formed a wrong habit for someone else, right? And then you will be, after some time you will do it, right? But after some time you will be frustrated. So whom you are damaging? Actually, you are damaging your own self, isn't it?
Right.
So there, so then, so it is a journey, right? So say for example, I did 10 times, but after 10 times, whatever I have gone through, I have to be, that should be a wake up call, right? That now I cannot do it. I did it for 10 times, but now I have to say no, right? So this is what it is, right? So inner calling will tell you something, but then if I don't hear it and ignore it, then what you are doing is, then you are suppressing your own feelings, and that would be even worse than what you are doing it for others. You are doing it for sake of doing it, but you are suppressing your own self, your inner calling. Then what will happen next time? Even though that force is not there, but still I'm not going to follow it. So I am creating a bigger loss for me then, right? Because inner conscience will not see that, oh, what will happen to others. It will tell you whatever is right. So I should be bold enough, have courage enough to put that into practice. In that, there is a safety of your own and also safety of others, right? Otherwise, what will happen later on? Relationships will break, because you did something for some time and then that person is used to it. Now you say no, it will become other way. It will backfire then, right? So you will spoil, you will lose at many different ways. But if you said it first time, if you have said no, what will happen? That person will feel little bit bad for some time. After that, that person is okay, because there are no feelings which are attached, right? But now if I made that person habituated with certain things, and now you say no, it will become a big thing. But still I have to make that decision, right? So I have to hear, to make my life simple, easy, peaceful. Right? So something to really ponder upon, reflect upon. Okay. So the question is, how can we find silence during the day? So during the day, if you cannot find silence before you start your day, after ending your day, and once you have a practice of coming into silence, then you can do that silence even for 30 seconds, even for 1 minute during the day also. Just bring that experience of your morning silence into wherever, whatever time on in that, for 30 seconds. Recalling that experience would be very easy, right? But you should have developed that interest in creating that silence. And morning time is very good time. Until 8, whenever you wake up, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whenever you wake up, until 8 is very good time where you do everything in silence, so that you conserve energy, right? The mind is fresh, you want to do many things, but keep your words energy saved, so that you can think better, plan better, and you can work with yourself. And after 8, yeah, come into conversation and all of that. So create that kind of an lifestyle, right? That first of 1 hour I don't want to speak. Many times I see people where as soon as they wake up they start talking, right? Have that experience of silence. And once you enjoy that silence, you would not like to come into no into voice. You'll think this is much better, right? Because then you are conserving that energy, and that energy you can use into your newness, into your creativity. Use that energy. Okay. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om
Thank
Shanti.
you. It was very important and very helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Manbai.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.